Welcome back. Do remember, all our top stories can be found on our website, and that's channelstv.com, and on youtube.com/channelsweb. Please log on to m.channelstv.com to see us live on your mobile device. You can also download the Channels TV app for Android, iOS, and Windows phones from their respective stores. Besides the news and updates, the Channels TV app has an eyewitness feature. We encourage you to use it to share those pictures, videos, or news of happenings around you. Just install the app, then tap and swipe to reveal the eyewitness menu and follow the instructions. And here are some of the pictures that you are sharing with us via our eyewitness portal. And we begin with the ones from the southwest in Lagos State, Ketu to be specific. It shows pedestrians crossing an expressway. Our eyewitness reporter says such acts are dangerous and should be discouraged, especially when there's a pedestrian bridge just around the corner. The next one is also in the southwest, Oyo State, Ogbomoso, showing a dilapidated structure which our eyewitness reporter says is supposed to be a primary school. He wants it fixed to improve learning for the pupils. And this one is from the north, Bauchi State, Katagum, showing the ceiling of a classroom giving way. Our eyewitness reporter wants the relevant authorities to look into this case, saying no proper learning can take place here. That's a no-brainer. Finally, in the south-south from Benin, it shows a flooded road, which our eyewitness says it's what happens whenever it rains. He suggests the expansion of the drainages, which he says can curb a recurrence. We thank you for sending in these pictures. Please do keep them coming. Back to the power sector in the southwest. Journalists from Maripo Estate in Lagos have staged a protest against the persistent blackouts experienced in the estate. The residents who met with officials of the Ikeja Electric Distribution Company in its office in Alausa demanded that electricity be restored without delay. Responding to their demands to have their prepaid meters and regular bills in place of estimates, amongst others, the Chief Operation Officer apologized for the long period of darkness. Another official stated that the continued blackout was caused by the vandalism of some power equipment, which has now been repaired.
What are we asking for? Do you have light in your kitchen? No. Do you have light in your living room? No. Do you have light in the other room? No. What are we asking for?
What we are committed post-privatization, we recognize that all the distribution companies, and for us, in particular Ikeja Electric, we are a service provider. It is our responsibility to provide high-quality services for which we expect customers to pay. And if people do not feel they're getting quality services, they're well within their rights to complain. And we'll also engage. Look, there's nothing to hide. Where there is a problem, we'll sit down and we'll talk about it. So in terms of, when the gentleman was talking about customer engagement, these are things that we have. Are we doing them 100%? Of course not. Are we improving? Yes, we are. Are we committed to improving? Yes, we are.
To the South-South and to agriculture as part of its corporate social responsibility, the Nigerian Agit Oil Company, in partnership with Wando E&I and the NNPC under its Green River project, have been celebrating the 20th Farmers' Day in Yenagoa, the Bayelsa state capital. The Green River project is an initiative that supports farmers from the different host communities by providing them with improved agricultural products and soft loans to advance their agro-business.
These are farmers and lovers of the agro-business.
welcome any day, anytime, anywhere.
We're celebrating the 20th Farmers' Day organized by the Nigerian Ajib Oil Company, who are here with their partners to get a scorecard on their investments in agriculture. With the theme, Farming for Sustainability, these farmers say they are happy beneficiaries of the benevolence of the oil companies under their Green River project. The management of the Green River project is satisfied about the quality of produce over the past few years.
We also began to rehabilitate an existing farm complex of about 8 hectares in Bayelsa state, which should comprise of a training center, processing mill, fish pond, and other infrastructure.
The district general manager, Marco Rotondi, reveals that the company's intervention is focused on women, the youth, and children who are still in secondary school by teaching them the importance of farming and to encourage the farmers to form cooperative societies.
The distribution of improved seedlings and agricultural agro-allied materials, a robust agricultural extension service, a skill acquisition program, and a microcredit scheme aimed at delivering entrepreneurial training.
This farmers' village was constructed by the farmers to proudly display their produce. They are grateful for the opportunity to be a part of this project.
I thank you, Ajib. Thank you, Green River Project. Perfectly what they have done for us.
I am very grateful to Ajib Green River Project for every assistance they have given to us, financial assistance, material assistance, and some educative assistance.
And there's more support coming the way of the beneficiaries with a declaration from the federal government that the Bank of Agriculture is being repositioned to serve the need of farmers.
What the farmer needs is access to credit. Once the farmer has access to credit, affordable and accessible credit, the farmer doesn't actually need subsidy. He will be able to buy his farm input, his fertilizer, his chemicals, and then plant.
The minister also appealed to Niger Deltans to embrace peace and focus on agriculture for sustainable economic development and wealth creation for the benefit of the region and the rest of the country.
Meanwhile, in the north central, the federal government has assured Nigerians that there is no cause for alarm in spite of the fear of imminent famine early next year. During an inspection of a greenhouse technology farm in Abuja, the Minister of State for Agriculture and Rural Development, Senator Heineken Lokubri, explained that efforts are being made to buy enough grain and store for the rainy day. He also decries the monumental loss recorded by farmers across the country, citing a 2013 report of the Food and Agriculture Organization, which puts the nation's post-harvest loss at $9 billion. Our correspondent Gloria Umezoke reports.
Faced with unpredictable weather conditions, many Nigerians are turning to greenhouse farming technology to increase agriculture production. This is the new trend in farming, and Nigeria is fast embracing it. Only recently, the president expressed concerns about the impending shortage of food in the country, owing to the level of international demand for Nigerian grains. But the Minister of State for Agriculture says the government is exploring other means of farming, including greenhouse technology, to prevent any shortfalls.
Government for now is trying to see how we can buy and store because all our silos are virtually empty. But we are part of a global community. There's free trade, we need dollars, and so we can't, as a government, stop people from coming to Nigeria to come and buy. We'll be launching, about 100 or something, over 100 small rice mills that will be distributed to different rural cooperatives to enable them not only harvest but process so that they can get much more value, from the rice that are producing. So there's no cause for alarm.
Although the greenhouse technology is capital intensive, it provides the perfect climate and generates higher income.
If you look at the yield that comes from the small space in the greenhouse and the way the irrigation is controlled and assured, it becomes very, very exciting. I would like to hope that not only will the senators embrace farming, but the senators' wives and women women all over Nigeria, who are the first actually to nurture and to nourish, will see this as a very significant opportunity to feed the nation.
Of course, you can see the kind of grains or the kind of crops or the kind of fruits that have been produced in this farm, and the need for open farming. And that is why the council in the last 2 weeks have been able to support farmers with provision of fertilizers, herbicides, sprayers and insecticides in order to be able to produce locally as well.
As the government encourages more agricultural productivity, there are calls for it to consider support in terms of training and finance to make the technology easier to set up. Gloria Umezuki, Channels Television News.
Security forces in Anambra State work together to curb crime. That's next on News Across Nigeria.